Good day. After my last video, some subscribers contacted me and said they wanted a closer look at some of my personal equipment that I carry with me. So that's what I'm going to do today. Much easier to do that in a proper setting inside than trying to do it outside. So we'll make a start on that. This is my main pack, my knapsack. As you can see, the market wallet and the oilcloth is secured underneath the flap. It's not a terribly big bag. I didn't want one. I didn't want a big bag, and the main reason for using the market wallet is simply to distribute the equipment rather than to carry more. You can see this is collapsed. I still have room in there, but I don't like to pack it out too tight. I like to be able to reach the things I want when I want them. Up here, blanket roll tied to the straps of the knapsack itself, and tied to the blanket roll is a spare pair of centre seam moccasins. Okay, here you can see the whetstone, mainspring clamp for the lock, spare hammer for the lock, spare lock springs, and a wad punch. Over here, flint wallet, swan shot mould or buckshot, 2 bars of lead, and my housewife or hussif, my sewing kit, and a bag of ball. Up here we have a gunpowder bag, first aid kit. First aid kit, not a lot of point in me taking stuff out of there. Basic first aid supplies. I suggest if you've got modern supplies and you can keep them in a bag like this where they're not seen, you do it, because using herbs and all that sort of stuff from the 18th century is all very well and good, but if you're out bush and you really do get injured, you need some good stuff. So it is a very basic first aid kit, bandages, antiseptic, that sort of thing, but suture needles, but still it's enough. Down here we have a bag of corn, and if I'm on a long trip I would obviously carry a bit more than that. Here's my comb and a piece of soap, and there at the end you can see my tin cup, which I use for cooking and drinking now. I used to carry that's a bag of tea. I used to carry a brass kettle, but as I get older I find my pack needs to be lighter, so I'm down to the tin cup. Okay, this is the rest of my contents of my knapsack. And coil of copper wire, coil of brass wire which can be used for snares, my steel file for blade sharpening, wooden spoon, beeswax candle, dipped, sinew, my awl, which has it's in a sheath, and the sheath is also wrapped with linen thread, and my my diary. Okay, this is my my belt pouch and the contents of that pouch. Fire bag, which has some small kindling and tinder in it. Tinder box. Fire steel, which is tied off to the buckle, so I can't lose it. A small candle stub. Fishing kit. Fishing tackle. I think most of you probably would have seen the contents of this before. Just linen lines, hand forged hooks, some sinew, and I think there's a brass leader in there as well. Compass, and a spare flint I found in the bottom, and that's it. Not a lot, but that's all I need. That's with me all the time, so even if I should lose my pack, this never comes off. Even when I'm sleeping at night, that stays on. Okay, shop pouch and contents. Bullet board attached to the strap. Powder measure attached to the strap. Pricker and pan brush attached to the strap. Another flint wallet. A leather thong. A leather thong is used in case you have a stuck ball. You may be able to get the screw into the ball, but you mightn't be able to pull it out. If you've got a leather thong, you can tie it around your ramrod and tie it around a tree or a small sapling, and then you can just pull back on the gun. So it's all the barrel, the muzzle's facing away from you, and you can put much more pressure on it to pull it out. Some spare vent quills. A lock cover, leather lock cover. Another bag of tools which I need in the shop pouch for immediate use. Turn screw, screw, grease for greasing the lock if I need to waterproof it, and there's some spare flints in the bottom of there as well. Tow for cleaning the barrel. A tin of leather wads. I prefer leather because they don't catch fire, and if I should run out of those, I can cut the same thing out of a tree bark. Bird shot, leather container of bird shot. A swan shot. No, I beg your pardon, that's the main ball. That's my main ball. That's my 60 caliber ball, and this is the swan shot or buckshot there. My ball mould, a copper lead ladle, which is a copy of an original, part of a bar of lead. Some of this has been used already. And of course my powder horn, and that completes everything in my shop pouch. It may look like a lot, but most of this stuff stays down the bottom where it doesn't get in my way. And because each of these bags are different, I can feel the difference as soon as I feel in the top of my bag and pull out the one that I need. Okay, I think that's everything there. Contents of my market wallet. 2 lots of cordage here, which I use as large animal snares, depending on the type of animal I'm snaring. It saves ammunition, and it's a lot easier to do. These work for me whilst I'm asleep at night. Some hemp rope, which has many uses, either for lifting game up off the ground to dress it and butcher it. I prefer to have it up off the ground, but I can do it on the ground and still keep the meat clean if I want to. 3 more gunpowder bags, which are empty at the present. A kindling bag. I find that very useful, especially in very bad weather. At least I know if I can't find anything along the trail, I don't have to go searching in hollow logs and under rocks and everything. I've got a bag of it there. It's very light. All this is very light, but together it is bulky, which is why it goes into my market wallet. And of course my my bottle of rum. Nice to have with me. Okay, that's it. That's the contents of my bag. Okay, these are my blades. My legging knife, which is obviously carried in the legging. Small friction bladed clasp knife, which is carried in my waistcoat pocket. My hunting knife, which of course is carried under the belt, and my tomahawk, which is always with me. This is my hunting sword. I don't often carry it, but if I'm thinking I might need it at any time, especially if I'm working with the militia or anything like that, then I'll take it with me. I do wear it at meetings, official meetings. It's handy to have, and of course if I was hunting and I had it on me, it's very good for dispatching. I'll show you my hunting knife in comparison, so that you can see that the sword actually isn't that big, given that this is quite a large hunting knife. Even so, the sword is still quite short. So there's not too much weight there, and it's nice in the hand, and a nice extra piece of arms to carry along with you if you think you may need it. Well, that's about all there is to show you this time. I may have forgotten to show you my Costrol or water bottle, but it's pretty average. Most people know what a Costrol looks like. I had to reseal this one, and unfortunately I overheated it, so it's gone rather a peculiar shape, and it's a lot smaller than it should have been. I carry this on my belt rather than on a strap across my shoulders again, because I've got enough around my shoulders. So that's my water bottle, my leather Costrol, and I think that's all I've got for you this time round. So I hope that showed you the gear in more detail. It's much easier to do in still photographs. And if you go to my blog, and up in the top left hand corner you'll see a search. If you put what you want into that search on the top of my blog, you'll probably find what you're looking for there. And the photographs are, I think anyway, a lot easier to see. But a video is what I was asked for, so that's what I've done. And like I say, I hope that that shows you what you wanted to see. Okay, thanks for watching.